Hello there, One Piece adventurers, it is I, Amaze the Storyteller, back at you again with a brand new video, and today we have the top 10 standard zone users in all of One Piece. I'm talking the strongest regular zone users that the story has to offer. Now remember, this does not include Ancient, Awakened, Unconfirmed, and Smile users. This is only the standard zone users that we have within the One Piece world, and there's a surprisingly few of them in the entire One Piece story. We got them all here for you today, but before I get into the video, I want to say, guys, thank you so much for your patience. Life has been crazy at the moment. I'm trying to find a job to support myself, and so I can make YouTube videos like these, because I have no income coming in. But that's not your guys' problem, that's my problem. Anyway, let's get into the video. So at number 10, we have the incredible sword itself, Funkfried, the elephant sword. Oh my god, is this guy cool. Now, he's incredibly powerful. He can extend out of his sword casing and enlarge until he's a giant elephant. Dude, he's got a blade where his trunk is. It's wild. He destroys everything in his wake. Unfortunately, he's wielded by an absolute tool, also known as Spandam. Funkfried was the only thing that actually gave Spandam fighting power. A fun fact, but a sad fact, is that Funkfried was Spandam's only friend. Oh, poor Spandam. Just kidding. Fuck Spandam. Fuck you, Spandam. At number 9, we have an absolute legend. He is currently a king of his own island. He's the king of the Sakura Kingdom. We're talking about the legend Dalton, the very same king of Drum Island. He became the leader, or the king. He was elected king after the events of Drum Island, which is awesome. I absolutely love Dalton. He's a very tall, proud, stoic man. He was once inherited to be one of the royal guards in charge of protecting King Wapol, who is an absolute fucking mad lad. He's obsessed with riches. He took all the doctors. You guys know what happened. You watched One Piece. Who am I kidding? Now, Dalton ate the Ushi Ushi no Mi model bison. In this form, he becomes a formidable tank able to crush anything in his path. However, the reason he is number 9 on the list is because he doesn't strategize with his devil fruit. He charges in head first every time, only to be met with blades or spears piercing his torso. It really sucks, because Dalton could have done so much with a devil fruit ability, like turning into a bison. But you know, it is what it is. He wasn't very strong with it, and you know what? That's his character. He's not exactly a fighter, he's more of a organalist. He designs people to fulfill roles within a kingdom to make it a sustainable society. He's a very cool dude. Sorry, got the burps again, guys. You know what's up. Anyway, I'm excited to see him, Vivi, and King Riku stand up for Luffy and support Luffy as world government elites. That's fucking awesome that Luffy has that type of backing. Luffy doesn't even know Dalton's the king of Sakura Kingdom either. Not that it would make a difference, but it's just cool that Luffy would finally find out that he has royalty supporting him. But anyway, we got a cool one next. At number 8, we have Pierre, Ganfal's epic partner and best friend. Pierre ate the Uma Uma no Mi model horse, which allows him to turn from the giant pink bird we know and love to a horse hybrid at will. He'll bite anyone that talks bad about his master, and he loves pumpkin juice. There's not a whole lot of information about Pierre, but the reason he's number 8 is because of his excessive control over his Hito Hito no Mi. Over his Uma Uma no Mi. His devil fruit ability is exceptional. I'm talking his ability to transform from hybrid to base form. Very cool. He can go from his bird form to his hybrid form in the blink of an eye. This helped the Straw Hats defeat Nell and Skypiea. There's no better companion than Pierre. Pierre's best boy. At number 7, we have possibly my favorite zone in all of the One Piece franchise. Minnow Chihuahua is Sadie's newest addition to her faction of beasts. However, don't let this cutie fool you. He utilizes his rope in his hands to hang prisoners at a whim. Meaning his main method of torturing prisoners is not by trial of fire, freezing in the tundra, or starving for days without food. No, his method of torture is by hanging. He's known to hang prisoners for minutes, watching them gag and gasp for air. He releases them just in time for them to realize they have to go through this hell all over again in the morning. Absolutely cruel. Now moving on to number 6 and number 5, these two individuals are extremely close in power. I consider them to take up the same places. You can interchange one for 5 and one for 6 as you see fit. They're extremely similar individuals, and we're talking about the Boa Gorgon sisters, Marigold and Sandra Sonia. That's a hard one to say. Marigold is the youngest of the Gorgon sisters and the user of the Hebe Hebe Nomi model Cobra. With this ability, she can spit venom that is incredibly lethal to anyone who touches or inhales it. For our 5th spot, however, we have the aforementioned Sandra Sonia. Similar to her sister Marigold, Sandra Sonia ate the Hebe Hebe fruit model Anaconda. Here we see her utilize her devil fruit in a more effective method, strangulation. She's a constrictor, she could squeeze the shit out of you at a win. Also, being the older sister to Marigold, she has a bit more experience utilizing her devil fruit, so that's why I would consider her to be above Marigold, but again, you guys can interchange as you will for this one. She was even willing to go as far as to corner Luffy with her devil fruit ability alone. It is important to note that both of these incredible women have Haki, and were the first individuals to introduce Haki into the series by name. However, I want you guys to know that this next character is truly my favorite. In One Piece Treasure Cruise, this is a fun fact, I used this character as my captain without knowing how to play the game, and I loved every second of it. At number 4, we have Chaka, the leader of Alabasta's Royal Guard. As one of Alabasta's spirit guardians, Chaka embodies the will of the Inu Inu Nomi model Jackal. With this devil fruit ability, he is able to move at blinding speeds. He is also known as Alabasta's best swordsman, which is why he trains all the soldiers. He was certainly outclassed by Sir Crocodile, but don't let that fool you. Chaka is an incredibly skilled combatant, claiming the rank of Alabasta's 2nd strongest warrior. Whoosh! Finally, we made it, guys. The top 3 Devil Fruit Zone users in all of One Piece. Since you guys made it this far, please subscribe, make sure to comment, make sure to interact with my channel, watch the playlist, it really helps me out a lot, guys. I would like to make secondary income off of YouTube, but more importantly, I want to access more tools that help me keep you guys engaged in the conversation of One Piece. It brings us closer together. On Saturdays when I stream, it brings more of you guys in, and I get to answer more of your One Piece questions. I would absolutely love for more of you guys to be part of this amazing community. Anyway, let's get into our top 3. So, for our number 3 spot, we have another tie between the very cool Vice Admirals. We have Pomsky and Dalmatian. Now, Pomsky admittedly is featless within the story, however, he has the ability to turn into a hockey-fied otter wielding a giant clam hammer. Let me try to say that again for you freaks. This dude can turn into an otter with a clam hammer. How fucking cool is that, man? I love that. Now that's fucking cool. Dalmatian, on the other hand, has fought alongside the other Vice Admirals in Marineford. Here he is shown to be very powerful. He was even able to temporarily suppress Luffy alongside Momonga. Dalmatian utilizes the Rokushiki techniques as if he was a former CP9 member promoted to Vice Admiral. Dalmatian utilizing Rokushiki also gives us insight and knowledge into the Marines, specifically their training methods for combat. You see, when CP9 members first introduced with Rokushiki, it seemed to be a unique power system that was unique to Cypher Pole as a secret organization. But Dalmatian utilizing Finger Pistol and Soru helped reaffirm that Marines are also taught and capable to be trained in that same art. Now we're down to the final 2, and just a fair warning, this next one is a shocker. Number 1 is even worse. You guys are going to hate me for the number 1 character, so I apologize. But at number 2, we have the Falcon Zone user himself, Pel. He's the only Birdman I know that can eat a nuke and walk out of it unscathed. I'm of course referring to Alabasta's strongest warrior, Pel. He was originally introduced under the premise that there were only 7 devil fruits capable of gifting the user with flight. This was later retconned, however. It is still rare to see a One Piece devil fruit user that has the ability to fly. The fact Pel can fly barely scratches the surface of why he is our number 2 guy. Not only is he an accomplished swordsman, the dude has dual Gatling guns mounted underneath his wings for mass devastation. Just a reminder for you guys who don't really pay attention to One Piece, most of the One Piece world, including the Marines' standard issue, is muzzle-loaded rifles. Let that sink in. Pel fucking uses Gatling guns when everybody else uses muzzle-loaded rifles. That's absolutely insane. For those of you who don't know, muzzle-loaded essentially means you only get one shot, and it takes forever to reload. But before we get to our number one Zoan user, just as a reminder that this list does not include awakened, unconfirmed, ancient, or mythical Zoan users. So the Whitebeard Alliance pirates who have assorted Zoan abilities like the Walrus guy, the Caterpillar guy, they will not be included on this list because they are unconfirmed by name what their Devil Fruit actually is. So Oda might be holding something for later when they're re-revealed. Nor is my original number one pick Oniguma. And I made a whole nother video about Oniguma, you can watch it here. But again, Oniguma is not on the list because his Devil Fruit, while we know it's a Spider Zone, is unnamed to this day. And my second number one pick, actually, my second and third number one pick, Jabra and Kaku are both Awakened Zones. That's why they're also not on this list. So, that really sucks. And all of the Beast Jailers outside of Chihuahua are all Awakened Zone users as well, so they won't be on the list. That being said, let's get to our number one, the moment you guys have been waiting for. I hope I hyped it up enough. We have Smiley. Who is Smiley, you might ask? Well, this creature was a major threat of toxin that took many lives on Punk Hazard. Caesar found a way to put an axolotl Devil Fruit into toxic H2S lethal gas. Now, H2S is similar to MH5 in that they were both created by Mads, which was later confirmed way later in the manga. And poof, Smiley is born with the sole purpose of cleansing Punk Hazard for Caesar. This monster was mistakenly thought to be a mountain by Zoro. Many G5 Marines lost their lives because of the toxic gas that came from the monster. However, despite it seemingly to be mindless, it actually was highly food motivated and was in complete control the whole time. So this dude, the Smiley creature, was actually sentient, and it seemed like he was mindless, but Caesar was actually just keeping it under control with food, and the dude was keeping all the really lethal shit inside of itself. Caesar acknowledged this and had to kill poor Smiley to release the full extent of the toxins. So once Caesar killed it, that's when all the gas raged through Punk Hazard and froze the soldiers, killing them, froze a few other individuals. We found out later you could save them with an antidote, but that's beside the point. There was no saving those guys if the antidote wasn't known to exist. Or actually, I think Caesar was the one who undid it, so even worse. Even worse. What's really important about Smiley though is that his death actually gave us insight into Devil Fruit reincarnation, with his zone actually reincarnating on an apple within the vicinity of Punk Hazard, so it gave us insight into how Devil Fruits work. Smiley was incredibly resilient to extreme temperatures. He would guard both the cold and the extreme heat side of Punk Hazard. He is the number one pick because of his size and lethality, being the only one on this list to have a confirmed kill count. But there you guys have it. The top 10 strongest Zoan users in all of One Piece. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Was this accurate? Was this a troll? Do you guys disagree? Was this one of my stupid, infamous hot takes? You guys let me know in the comments. I really appreciate you guys commenting. It's awesome. My whole goal with this channel is to build a One Piece community that I can commute with, talk with, and enjoy a good laugh with. But anyway, guys, I love you all. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Again, I apologize. The audio on this first, second, and third take were fucked up, so hopefully I got it this time. But anyway, guys, I will catch you guys in the next One Piece video. Until then, stick around for another story. Bye-bye.